What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the Madden 24 St. Louis Sentinels Franchise. That is right, welcome back. With 5 more regular season games to go and on a 2-game losing streak, we sit at 6-6 on the season, 500. That is right, in just a few short weeks, we went from talking about leading the NFC East to now just trying to stay relevant in the playoff picture. And apparently we have team turmoil again. I think that we had this last year too. I mean, our team's always in turmoil, let's be honest, but the assistant GM says, Coach, there are reports of a divide in the locker room between the offense and the defense, which has been struggling. How are we handling it? Well, you know what? We need to guarantee a win today. I'm going out firing on all cylinders. We got to win a game today. Winning cures everything. And you know what? I'll be the first to say, if there's a divide in the locker room between the offense and the defense, offense ain't been slacking. Defense hasn't been doing their job. So allow fewer offensive touchdowns to increase your defense's morale. I got a feeling that morale's pretty bad, so I think that anything we can do to help in this game will certainly go a long way to having our defense play better, because I'm just going to say our defense stinks historically bad. I mean, if you get a look at the overall ranks here, you see we're number 1 in the league in offensive points per game, and we're number 1 in the league in the pass. But look at the defense, dead last in points per game and dead last in pass yards per game. So there shouldn't be a divide in the locker room. I mean, it's the defense, clearly. We allow 40-something points per game. Now, if we take a look at the playoff picture here, as of right now, the Sentinels are not in it, but our NFC East division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles, are currently the 7th seed. So a win today against Arizona could catapult us back into playoff contention. There's still a lot of season left to go. The Cowboys, actually, we're the only NFC East team. I know you can't see because of my ugly mug face cam here, but the Giants are in as the 5 seed, the Cowboys are in as the 2 seed, and the Eagles are in as the 7th seed. Only team not in, St. Louis Sentinels. So a win today against the Cardinals would be absolutely huge. Tell you one guy who should have tons of morale and should be walking on cloud 9 right now is Bart Burns. This gent had 8 receptions last week for 170 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns, which is good enough to earn him NFC Offensive Player of the year. I hope. That would be awesome, but probably not going to happen. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. But look who was NFC Defensive Player of the Week. The team that we played against, Adoree Jackson, had 2 picks on J.J. Ford. One of those returned for a touchdown. Now, we talk about team morale. Our team morale is not great right now. Players don't like us. They seem to be pretty upset. But I think it all comes down to the defense. And the defense has really been holding us back. And also, too, I forgot, that's right. I noticed this when I went back to watch my last video. Will Devlin, our center, is superstar. I don't know how I missed that last episode. He is a superstar. It's extremely rare, I feel like, to get a superstar or superstar X-Factor offensive lineman in the draft, but Will Devlin is superstar. Now, the problem with Will is he can't seem to stay healthy. He gets injured a lot. His injury rating looks to be pretty good, but his core attributes are definitely there, especially in the running game. He has 80 run block. He's got, well, really 82 playing down because of morale. Really 80 run block power playing down because of morale. He's very strong, and I don't think there's really too much of, we can't equip anything on Will yet because his overall's too low. He does have nasty streaks, so he will frequently attempt to win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty good for the running game. But yeah, how about your boy here drafting a superstar development tight end, or not tight end? I can't even think today, man. A superstar development center out of the draft. Now, getting a look at our defense here, one thing to note, Jonathan Allen is still injured. So not having him there on the front 4 is definitely hindering us, but our defense is good. I mean, we should not be dead last in the league in defense. We got Chase Young. We got an aging but still good Khalil Mack. We got Jartavius Martin. Maybe moving Jartavius Martin back into the slot corner role could help. We got the league leader in interceptions in Emmanuel Forbes. So the defense definitely shouldn't be as bad as they seem to be on paper. How about back-to-back dev trait upgrades in practice for Justin Hayward? Wouldn't that be something? If you watched last episode, we got a upgrade to star development from doing this drill here, trench battle the long haul, and that was huge because Justin Hayward is normal development, but he is currently #1 in the standings for defensive rookie of the year. So how about back-to-back dev trait upgrades for Justin Hayward? Can we see him go to superstar? That would be awesome. And no such luck, unfortunately. Speaking of rookies, the results from the focus scouting are back. We scouted Justin Burrell and Tony Hoover, who were both projected to be round 1 picks. Tony Hoover is a true talent, top 5, the cornerback out of Washington. So I knew that we had something looking at this kid a couple episodes ago, and he may have to be our #1 pick. I mean, we definitely could stand to get a corner or two. He's got A-man coverage to go along with B-zone coverage. He's good at press, decent at catching, and the thing that stands out to me the most is the great to elite jumping and the great to elite speed. And Tony Hoover, with a last name like that, he can suck in those balls thrown by the opposing team's quarterback.
Okay.
And his core skills, aside from injury, I don't like that F injury, but aside from that, he looks to be very good, and he's one of the top 5 best players in the class. Justin Burrell looks good as well, but I think that Hoover just may be our guy. Still got a lot of scouting to do before we get to the offseason, but I was definitely shocked just now when I saw that. Got some upgrades here, and then we will jump into action against the not so good Arizona Cardinals. Only 3 wins on the season. We got to win this game, guys. I mean, I would go out on a limb to say that we really got to win out. I mean, we don't necessarily have to win out, but we're kind of on a skid. And this team is just so inconsistent, man. We got peaks and valleys. We go on a 2-game winning streak. We go on a 2-game losing streak, 3-game win streak, 2-game lose streak. We got to get some consistency. And I think playing a bad team like the Cardinals here is just our chance to do it. So we are away from home at State Farm Stadium. If you guys are fired up for some more St. Louis Sentinels content and you're enjoying this series so far, please like the video, consider subscribing. I drop Madden 24 content weekly, and if you subscribe to this channel, you will always have good content right at your fingertips. So without further ado, guys, gotta go pick up this dub. Let's get down to Arizona State Farm Stadium and get ready for the game. Bradley Pinion gonna boot this thing back deep to Dudley Saxton. So our offense is gonna take the field first. Offense, we've had no issues there. It's not the offense. We put up points. Aside from maybe J.J. Ford, a.k.a. C.J. Smallz, throwing too many interceptions, we score points. So it is the defense here as we get a look at J.J. Ford. Yeah, 19 picks. That's not a good sign right there. But aside from that, we just can't stop teams from scoring, and it's highly frustrating. Aside from missing, a key player like Jonathan Allen, not really sure what we could be doing different. But we'll start this thing with a Brian Robinson run to the outside, looking for blockers. Brian kind of finds them, trying to sift through traffic there. He's able to pick up 8. Brian also due for a big game as well. Ever since he had those back-to-back 150-plus yard games, he really hasn't done too much. So a good game from B-Rob here, I think, would go a long way, especially since J.J. Ford can't seem to stop throwing interceptions. And we also got Jahan Dotson back too. He's been gone for about 4 weeks. So that is a welcome sight indeed. Brian with the cutback, finding the middle of the field, picking up a first down. Brian starting out 2 rushes for 13 yards. We might actually have Jahan here. This is going to be a play fake. Might also have McLaurin on the comeback route. And we're going to air it up for Jahan. First game back. Jahan catches it. Already making an impact. Are you kidding? Oh, he is healthy indeed. He is healthy indeed as he 450 frog splashes into the end zone. Welcome back, Jahan. Dax Milne has been playing in your stead, and that was a heck of a catch. It was a heck of a throw too by Ford, but fit it into nearly triple coverage. Jahan Dotson able to catch it and go all the way to the end zone for an opening drive Sentinels score. So what was I saying? I said offense has no problem scoring points. That has never been our issue, as Jahan Dotson with the quick strike dagger. But here is where the problem lies. We have to play defense. That is something that you have to do in the NFL, maybe unless every play is a kick return touchdown, which would also equally suck. So we're going to have to see Kyler Murray here. First time we've seen him definitely this season, maybe period. I'm not sure. Let's get a look at Kyler's stats. I mean, nothing to really write home about. He's also one of those quarterbacks in Madden that kind of tends to get a little bit paranoid in the pocket. So I am, first things first, option defense conservative. That is going to happen. But I am looking to hopefully see some sacks today, some pressure in the backfield. And oh yeah, Ezekiel Elliott's also on this team too. Quick check down there to Trey McBride or Zach Ertz. That's Zach Ertz, the 12-year pro in this game from Stanford. And I forgot they had Zeke Elliott. Now it's all coming back to me. We have played the Cardinals before, because I remember Zeke Elliott absolutely tearing us up. So Kyler Murray now empty. So got to watch the run from him. We're going to have Chase Young just kind of spy the middle of the field, and there's Ertz. It's the defense. Defense can't make stops. Ball now already to the 50 after a big completion by Zach, and he's starting out 2 for 25. See Murray come out single back here with Elliott behind him. Gonna watch Zach Ertz because he's been Murray's favorite target, and there's some Sentinels there to meet Zeke for only a gain of 2. Kendall Fuller was in there. Jartavius Martin was in there. And this Sentinels run defense, pass defense is always bad, but the run defense has also kind of been on the backslide lately. So we'll see if Zeke is going to have a big game today. It's looking like he might. Jartavius Martin wrestles him down, but it was a good gainer by Zeke, and the Cardinals are into Sentinels territory here, which is nothing new. Teams are pretty much setting up shop and living in our territory. Murray going to come out with a 3 tight end set here. Zeke Elliott behind him. Let's get somebody in the backfield. There we go, baby. Khalil Mack and Chase Young there to drop Zeke in the backfield. That will bring up 2nd and 13. We'll man up here again. So far, man defense has been working out pretty well. It's going to be Zeke. Can't get off blocks, and we can't wrap him up. We had multiple. We can't tackle him. Wow. Here we go. I thought we had a chance to get Elliott in the backfield there. He followed his blocks pretty well. And the Cardinals making their, not making it as easy as what our drive was. Our drive was pretty much a piece of cake, but they are doing a pretty good job, and they're moving this ball with ease. It's going to be Elliott again. Needs to make a nice tackle. Cam Curl limiting him to a minimal gain. Hoping that we can have that bend but don't break type of mentality. We're going to actually press our corners here, maybe try to get some pressure up front, bump some of these receivers off their routes. Not going to matter because it's going to be Elliott again. He does get very close, but 40 yards for Zeke on this drive, and that is going to bring up 3rd and inches. This could be a guess pass scenario. Don't typically like to do that, but we may just have to. Actually, we're not. I just know how Madden works, and we should have. See, but that's the thing. That's the thing. I could have ran commit. I was thinking about run committing there, and I probably should have, but then it could be a play action pass. I guess I probably should have just cut my losses and sold out to stop the run, but fortunately I didn't, and now it is 1st and goal from the 1. So we're coming out 60 out jacks blitz. Cardinals are in their 0 wide receiver. Need a sack. Instead, going to be a Zach Ertz touchdown. Both teams march down the field on their opening drive and score. 7-7 upcoming, and that was the Zach Ertz and the Zeke Elliott drive. All right, drive number 2 for the Sentinels will start from the 16-yard line. We're going to come out. Oh, God. We got instant pressure. Somehow we weren't able to get that pass off as we are sacked for a loss from Antoine Fields. That was the Cardinals' 1st round pick, 5th overall pick in the draft, showing us why he is deserving of that title as he drops us for a loss of 9. I was trying to go screen pass and had pressure in the backfield instantly. So now it's 2nd and 19 here. Got to watch the safety. We're going to go to Bart Burns. He does catch it. Minimal gain, but at least we get out of the shadows of our own end zone. You guys know what the coach likes to do in this situation, man. Gun verticals, and I'm not even upset with it. Can't say that I mind at all. Let's have Brian Robinson become an extra blocker, and hopefully we can pick this up, keep our drive going. I think it's McLaurin. It's Terry, the St. Louis Savior. He's overdue for a big game as well. Need to see one of those 200-yard gains from Terry, as he's kind of getting into it there with the defender Isaiah Oliver. But that was clutch, because giving the ball back to the Cardinals in that situation definitely would not have been ideal. So we are going to come out pistol here. Going to be an outside run to Brian Robinson. Need some blockers. We're going to cut back inside. Brian breaks a tackle and picks up a nice gain of 8. Brian definitely showing the fresh legs here, as he is averaging over 6 yards per carry, which you love to see. That's how it should be for Brian. Brian has the potential to be, I think, our running back of the future, and I would like him to sustain that role. So 1st and 10 here, clock ticking down, almost the end of the first. Who wants to get open? It's Bart. Need to touch pass it. Tried to touch pass it, but it was a bullet pass, and Yannick Ngakoue got his mitts on the ball, and we will let this thing tick down to the end of the first. So 7's on the scoreboard. Both teams had no problems marching down the field on their opening possession, and it looks like this could be the type of game that you guys are used to. Lots of high-powered offense, and you know what? Coach is suggesting a draw, and I actually don't hate that. So we're going to see maybe draw play to Brian Robinson. Hopefully we can get some good blockers. We got tons of defenders there, but Brian able to bounce it outside. I thought that play was doomed from the start. I got to be honest with you. And look, it's our good old buddy TE attack, right? We watched Bart Burns score on this play about 4 times last week. Hopefully the team didn't watch too much film, the Cardinals, because if they did, they probably know what's coming, and they may not have watched the tape, because Bart gonna pick up where he left off. And that time I did not even need to roll out to the left. Usually I do roll out to the left in that situation, but I just trusted. I only had eyes for Bart Burns. I only had eyes for Bart's eyes only on that play. I trusted he was gonna get open on his route. Good thing that he did, because I wasn't looking at anybody else. It was only Burns. He did get open on his route, and this boxing match continues as we go back up 14-7 on the scoreboard. Okay, drive number 2 for the Cardinals now, starting out from the 22-yard line. So we'll see if they continue to put it in the hands of Zeke. They will. Chase Young right there to meet him, but that's actually rookie Jamichael Lovelock. I'm sorry, not Zeke. That was the Cardinals' 3rd-round pick out of Penn State, the former Nittany Lion, subbing into the game, and now we see Elliott back into the fray. So we're going to show blitz here, fully expecting a Zeke Elliott run, which it will be, and he is met there by Cody Barton. We got the Cardinals in 3rd down, so can our defense have a big stand here? That is the question. We're going to go nickel blitz here, and hopefully we're able to get them off of the field. I don't like that Hollywood Brown is butt naked on the right side of the field, but it is going to be not a Zeke run. It's going to be a play fake. Need some defense. Nice defense by Fuller. Wow, Kendall Fuller able to jump up there acrobatically, and the defense is able to step up big. We're going to get the ball back here from Bradley Pinion, and with the way that our second halves have been going, man, I am not going to feel confident unless we're up like 30-7 going into the locker room. Decent field position starting this drive from the 32. We're going to come out single back here. It's going to be a play fake rollout. Might have our big target George Williams, which we do. Ford got hit as he threw, but did not matter, because even though he was throwing out of the sack, when you have that dots X factor activated, all passes are ensured to be accurate.
Yes.
And look, man, all these TE attacks, all these tight end attacks. I mean, do you really want me to call tight end attack? I mean, I almost feel like I should turn that into a PA X bunch nasty type of situation and only call it once per game. And this also too, George Williams open again. Look at George. Sentinels can't be stopped. Going up 21-7 on the scoreboard. George Williams, the big 6'9" receiver, rookie out of Wisconsin, the Badger, having himself a good second half to the season. He was kind of quiet, I feel like, when the season started. He's really been making some noise, and I think George could be a really great player for us for a very long time. Murray single back, going to be a run to Zeke, I'm sure, and somebody just got pancaked there in the middle of the field, which allowed Zeke to break it for a big gain. Murray coming out shotgun here, 3 wide receivers. So we are most definitely bringing in our dime formation. We'll see where Murray decides to go. He's going to check it down underneath to the wide receiver. That's Marvin Gills, the rookie out of Alabama, the Cardinals' second-round pick. And Murray continues to eat on this drive. We'll go back to man here. I feel like we were doing much better in man than we were in zone. Murray single back again, and he's going to go underneath again. Back to rookie there, Marvin Gills from Alabama, making his second straight catch, and we were able to limit him to only a gain of 4, which is good, but the Cardinals are more or less back in field goal range here. I'm sure that they would be able to drill that easily with Zane Gonzalez. We're going to drop back Chase Young in coverage, and there's Murray. That's why you do it, but he's still able to break the tackle. How is he able to break a tackle from Chase Young? That seems physically impossible, given the stature of Kyler Murray compared to Chase Young. There's a pretty big discrepancy there, but somehow he was able to shrug off the tackle from Young and pick up a good positive gain. So we'll go back to, oh, there's Hollywood Brown, but it's an inaccurate pass from Murray. Thank God, because that one had 6 written all over it. Now the question is, with about 4 minutes to go till halftime, can we keep the Cardinals out of the end zone? We've done a good job so far, and I would consider a field goal a very big win indeed. Cardinals also get the ball out of halftime as well. So got to be careful. Murray going to check it down to the rookie Lovelock, but he goes out of bounds. So not led very well there by Murray. And looks like they are going to be aggressive and go for it. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So all options are on the table here. Playbook pretty much wide open. And we really have to be careful. Lovelock still in the game. Zeke Elliott is not. We'll see if Murray goes to him. Need a pick. Ooh, Kendall Fuller. Not able to, or that wasn't Kendall Fuller. Was that? That might have been Justin Hayward. Hold on a second. That might have been Hayward out there in coverage. I have to see this. If that was, okay, no. I was about to say it was Kendall Fuller. If that was Hayward, man, I was going to say, give this guy Defensive Rookie of the Year already. All right, so we forced the 3 and out. That is awesome, but I feel like in order to be comfortable about the second half, we need to score a touchdown here as well, because second halves have not been kind to us as we are just absolutely drilled in the backfield there by Raekwon Davis. 2-minute warning looming here. We just lost 3 yards, so now we're behind the sticks. Let's see if we can pick this up and keep it moving. There is Jahan Dotson. Welcome back, brother. J.J. Ford, 9 of 10, 90% completion already with 3 touchdowns. So you love to see that. Now, I think that we are going to get this play off before the 2-minute warning. Now, we'll just let it tick down, reevaluate. Like where the coach's mind's at. Draw play again. I was actually thinking a draw play would be something good to call in this situation. Now, last time it almost didn't work, but it did. Let's see if Brian can pick it up. Changing direction, trying to fight forward. He is going to be stopped. Nice shoestring tackle there by somebody. Isaiah Oliver. And now we're going to have to punt it back to the Cardinals, unfortunately. So we did not get the score that we were looking for. That would have been lovely, but it's okay because our defense played a good drive last time. There's Pickens, the rookie that we signed off the practice squad. Freddie Pickens, maybe. I don't know. It's F. Pickens. That much I know for sure. I think we'll dial up pressure here on Murray. We haven't really had too much pressure in the backfield, so I'd like to see a sack or something like that. That would be lovely. Murray getting flushed out, and he has his receiver there wide open. That's Rondell Moore, and I bet the Cardinals will go tempo, and that is exactly what they do. So I don't like the smell of this. This smells like a touchdown, or maybe it smells like a sack from James Smith-Williams. Cardinals still going tempo, though, so got to be careful here. That was a huge play indeed by Smith-Williams, and the pass is off target there by Murray, intended for Lovelock, and now a big 3rd down coming up. Cardinals may actually be content to run here with Elliott, and if that's the case, you know I'm calling a timeout. We'll see if they do, or maybe if it's a play fake. It is going to be Ezekiel Elliott run, and luckily he was tripped up there. We're going to call timeout as the ball is smack dab on the 50-yard line. Again, with the Cardinals getting the ball back, even if it's a field goal, one more score would just make me feel so much more confident because we know what teams do to us in the second half, and it's never usually pretty. We have 2 timeouts here. Let's just start screen pass to Robinson. Want to see us pick up something positive, and I swear to God, I pressed triangle, and nothing freaking happened. That is also going to be the rookie Antoine Fields with the safety, and that is about the last thing that could have happened. I don't know, man. I was mashing triangle, and that's terrible because now not only did we give the Cardinals a free 2 points, they might have time to engineer a drive. Why do bad things happen to my players right before halftime? It seems to always happen that way, so I guess maybe being on your own 9-yard line, a screen pass might not be the right call, but I just felt like we could have, bursted it open for a big gain, but unfortunately the complete opposite occurred, and now we have to stop the bleeding and make sure the Cardinals can't pick up more. Going to be a check down, 2 more, as a matter of fact, and the Cardinals call their second timeout. We're going to man up again here, 2nd and 10, about 30 seconds to go. Going to be a check down to Zeke, and you're going to need more than that if you're the Cardinals. I'm sure, well, they're going to call timeout, so I don't really know what their angle is here. Maybe a deep shot that gets out of bounds. You never see the CPU spike the ball, so I would have to believe that that would not be an option that's on the table. Oh, Emmanuel Forbes, 9th interception on the season. Yes. Trying to beat the most recent great performance set by Trayvon Diggs back in 2021 with 11. He's got 9 picks, and that was a rocket, red rocket, if you will, from Kyler Murray and the boys. And what do we do here, though? That is the question. What do we do here? Because we have 24 seconds. We have 2 timeouts. Not another safety, please. Part of me wants to just get to the locker room, man. Just get me to the locker room. 10 seconds to go. What do we really hope to accomplish in 10 seconds? Just get me into the locker room, and hopefully our defense can keep playing good. 21-9 is your score. I'm impressed with the defense so far. Also impressed with the offense as well. Should be 21-7, but unfortunately that safety. And we've been doing a good job limiting the passing game. The rushing game, Zeke Elliott and rookie Jermichael Lovelock have been pretty much carving us up. But all things considered, I really wish we got the ball here right now. That would be lovely. I don't think I'm going to change too much. I'm going to keep throw it deep as our game plan, and I had defend the short pass. We're going to switch it up to, we'll go defend medium pass. I think that sounds good. Hopefully our defense can just keep playing good. Got to survive 2 more quarters here, and then hopefully we can be back over 500 and maybe sneak back into the playoff picture, as the Eagles are ahead of us, but only by a game. And so far, diagnosis of the first half, I would say that it went pretty well. But again, I talk about it all the time. It's the second half collapses from these Sentinels that we just cannot seem to avoid. And there's going to be Lovelock, the rookie, met there by Chase Young. So not sure if Zeke is just tired or maybe if they just have Lovelock spelled into different sets here. There's Zeke back on the field, so he must not be too tired. And we'll see if Murray goes to him. Looks like he will on the outside. Got to chase him down. Nice open field tackle there by Jartavius Martin as Elliott inches back, inches closer to the century mark. 3rd and inches upcoming here. Now, I think that we're going to go pressure here. Call me crazy, but I just think it's the right move. I could see this being a run to Zeke. It's not, but we got Hayward. Almost got to Murray there. He was so close. Missed him by a short and a curly, but it was a nice conversion from Murray to Trey McBride, and they keep this Cardinals drive going. So far, man defense, I think, has worked the best. So we're going to continue to stay in man defense. It's going to be Ezekiel Elliott on the outside. Got to tackle him. Cam Curl can't. And he's injured. We've been seeing running backs get injured quite a lot lately. I've noticed we saw Saquon Barkley get injured. We see Ezekiel Elliott get injured. Somebody else too. Memory's not serving me too well right now. But definitely been seeing a lot of running backs get injured. And now it's going to be thrust on the rookie from Penn State, Jamichael Lovelock, to pick up where Ezekiel Elliott left off. So Murray will go to Lovelock and looking for a crease to the outside, but he's met there by Chase Young for only a pickup of 3. Murray coming out shotgun here, 3 wide receivers and the rook Lovelock behind him. So got to make sure that we cover all facets of the field, and nobody wanted to guard Rondell Moore there. And Moore is just absorbing hits from pretty much everybody on this Sentinels defense, and that was a huge gainer by the Cardinals. Bringing our 3-4 package here. Murray coming out single back with 2 tight ends, so 12 personnel on the field. We'll see if he gives it to Lovelock again. He will not. That is, wow, Hollywood Brown just cooked Emmanuel Forbes on that route. Forbes had a great play earlier. That one, not so much. Ford still remains near perfect, 10 for 11. Couple touchdown grabs, and overall playing really good football. Let's put it back in the hands of Brian Robinson, though, on this draw play. This has worked on a couple occasions, hasn't worked on some, and just didn't really have the cutback angle there as Robinson limits it to only a gain of 1. Key 3rd down here upcoming. The question is, what do we want to do? I think we're going to go play action out of the gun. So that means we're going to need some extra protection. So I'm going to have Bart Burns become a blocker, and hopefully we can pick this up with some good protection. There's Samuel. Can we get over the head of the defender? We do. Curtis Samuel on those crossing routes. Gotta love it. That takes us all the way down to the 23-yard line, and that was huge for Coach Smallz and the Sentinels. We got to ID up this linebacker as the Mike because there is nobody there for miles. Need Brian to, well, this rookie, man, this rookie Antoine Fields. I'm starting to see why he was the 5th overall pick in the draft, because this dude is absolutely crushing. And look at all these TE attacks. And you know what? This might be a perfect time to call it, because we need some points. We need them urgently now. And TE attack has worked pretty good in the past. Let's see if it can continue. Bart Burns, it's just so good. It's just so good. And Bart picking up where he left off last week. I may have to put something on this TE attack, but you see, I show you guys, you can see it clearly. It says coach suggestions. The coach calls this play for me a lot, and you can't be mad if the coach calls it for you. It's not like I'm going and rooting through the playbook and picking it out, but Bart Burns, with the week he had last week and how he's starting this one off, he may have just cemented himself for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Although his cohort's the one that's passing all these touchdown passes to him, so J.J. Ford, he may still be in that conversation as well. Cardinals kind of moving here again. Hopefully this is not a repeat of the last drive. We got Lovelock going to be the recipient of this ball, and Chase Young playing his best impersonation of Jonathan Allen, who I really wish we had him back. That could have a big part to play in our defensive struggles as of late, because we know that Jonathan Allen just gets in the backfield and racks up those TFLs pretty much with regularity, and not having him is a big loss. And Murray just, content to throw it to our offensive lineman sitting there on the sideline. All right, this is it, Sentinels. This is your chance to get the Cardinals off of the field. Can you do it? Murray going to step up and going to be sacked by James Smith-Williams, getting his 2nd sack of the game. This is about, got to be the 2nd game, I think, this season where James Smith-Williams has had multiple sacks. So maybe he is going to be a Sentinel for life. I don't know. He's definitely making a good case for it. Now, can I get some blockers on this punt return? I cannot. But ball is going to be on the 29-yard line to start this drive. Try a little rollout to the outside out of the single back formation. Hopefully somebody can get open. Terry is extremely open. Love him on that route too. Don't fumble, Terry, please. Yeah, okay, well, putting on some fancy footwork there. J.J. Ford only missing 1 pass so far. And God almighty, how clutch it would be to have a turnover-free game. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time. And Ford needs it, man. Ford definitely needs it. Indeed, Brian needs some blocks. pushing the pile forward, but only for a gain of 2. And this should be the last play here before the end of the quarter. So let's please make it a good one here. We have a chance to really cement ourselves in this game and really make it tough for the Cardinals to come back. But we got to make it happen now. We're going to try Terry on the outside. And God, that should have been a pick there by Budda Baker. Not sure how it wasn't. We dodged a bullet on that one for sure. They want us to go 57 yards for Joey Sly. And I'm going to do it, but I have to shut up now. Ooh, that might be good. That might be good. Stay in. Nice kick from Sly. Wow. What a boot from my man, the 6-year pro out of Virginia Tech. Ice in it. Ice in the veins. And we have a chance here. If our defense can keep playing the way that they have been, we might be able to go back over 500 on the season. 31-16. Passing yards, we're going crazy with J.J. Ford. Rushing attack, it hasn't been there for us, but it has been there certainly for the Cardinals. And it looks like we are strapped in and ready to go for an exciting fourth quarter. So don't go anywhere. Hope you guys are enjoying this episode so far. It's going to be Lovelock again. Need somebody to turn around, please. Don't just let him do. Oh, nice spin move. Deadly spin move. What a deadly spin move by Lovelock there. I think we trust man coverage again. That has proven to be, we've seen most of our success in man coverage. We'll see if it's going to be a run to Lovelock or a play fake. It is going to be a run. And Jamichael is powering forward for some good positive yardage. So a pick here would be nice. Pick, sack, fumble, just some type of big statement play from our defense would really go a long way in cementing this one. And thank God Rondell Moore had a step on Jartavius Martin, but Kyler Murray did overthrow him. Yes, pass, shade underneath. That is what's about to happen on this play here. We'll see what Murray decides to do. Oh, nice route from Rondell Moore. Wow. Completely cooked our secondary. Kyler and the boys making things interesting here. I do not really like this. I got to be honest. He's coming out of the shotgun. We'll see what he decides to do on this one. And that's a tough catch there by rookie Marvin Gills. Way to hang on to that from him. Kyler is still trying to get to the 200-yard mark. We have been able to limit him so far. But putting together a nice drive here. And for the Cardinals, luckily, it's coming at pretty much the right time. So we'll see what he does. Out of the shotgun, going to be a give to Lovelock. Need someone to meet him. Nice open field tackle there by Lenore. And now we got the Cardinals back in a third down. Now, this would be a situation where if they don't get it, you have to figure this would probably be 4-down territory. I mean, I know for me, it most definitely would. There's Lovelock again. No Sentinels on the outside to stop him. Lenore playing hero, or did he just delay the inevitable? That is the question. Cardinals get it all the way down to the 3-yard line in prime scoring position. They are coming out 0 wide receivers, though, so 60 out Jack's blitz. It is a play fake, and a sack on Murray would be lovely here if that was how this play was to play out. It's going to be a give there, and that is a nice stuff. That's the other rookie, Steven Sullivan, out of Auburn. He was a 7th-round pick. Let's go prevent. Ball's on the 5-yard line. Come on, Madden. Get it to freaking gather. But I would say, if anything, Cardinals taking a lot of time off of this clock here. So that's, silver lining if there is one. We'll see what Murray does out of the shotgun here. He may step up and run. He is, and Jamin Davis is there to meet him, whom I was usuring, might I add. They're going 0 wide receivers again. Okay, so it's got to be 60 out Jack's blitz, right? I mean, why would it not be 60 out Jack's blitz? I always call that in this scenario, and met there by Chase Young. It's Sullivan again. So I don't think Zeke's coming back in this one. They are rotating rookies, Jamichael Lovelock and Steven Sullivan, Auburn and Penn State in the mix, and the Cardinals are going to go for it here. So this is key. It's a key possession here. We'll see what Murray decides to do. He's got 4 wide receivers and Lovelock as well in the backfield, and he's going to go to his receiver there, Marvin Gills. A rookie fest. That was clutch. Definitely needed that if you're the Cardinals. And they're going to stay in this game. They're going to make it a 8-point game. So that safety is, oh, block kick animation. Yes, yes, block kick from Benjamin St-Juste. He's done that several times. He's done that several times, and it will stay a 9-point game. So that is huge. Benjamin St-Juste. He had a pick last week. He's got a couple blocked field goals. I mean, in Madden, when you get that, it's like a crapshoot. It's like a lottery if you get that animation. But if you get that animation, all you got to do is press square at the right time. I did. And that's huge because now even a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, they would still be down by 1. So that couldn't come at a more clutch time. Nice move from Saxton. Please don't fumble it. You will be cut. This drive going to start from the 18. One more score here in the end zone. That might be all she wrote. J.J. Ford still has his dots activated as well. So that's good to see. There's a McLaurin. Oh, God. Room to roam on the shallow cross. Terry having himself a good game. Ford, 16 for 18, 325, and 4 touchdowns. You love to see it. Nice bounce back game after last week. And Terry also playing great as well. So this is a situation where we got 5 minutes to go. We're up by 9 on the scoreboard. We really need to drain some clock here. And hopefully Brian Robinson can answer that call and do just that for us. Nice blocks, but we were not able to get to the second level, and it will result in no gain. We need McLaurin to go on a drag, I think. I don't like this play either. I do not like this play. I'm going to call a timeout and reevaluate. Like that one a little bit better. And it is coach suggestions just so you guys can see it. I like the chances of possibly Bart Burns getting open on this route here, and maybe we use McLaurin on a drag. That could also be good as well. Hopefully somebody can just get open. Somebody, anybody. It might be McLaurin. It is McLaurin, and he hangs on. Oh, my God. Terry with the yak. Yards after the catch. Terry at 4 for 91. And that could be the final nail in the coffin that we needed. We still have 4 minutes to go here, but our chances and our odds are looking pretty good. Now, this is going to be an outside run to Brian Robinson. So let's have Bart Burns motion out to the right a little bit, and hopefully we can get some good blocks to seal the edge and give Brian has space. That's exactly what I needed. Brian with the clutch carry to the outside, putting the Sentinels in prime winning position. 2-minute warning looming. Let's see if Brian can get some nice blockers. He doesn't really have the speed, and Curtis Samuel gets injured. If that was Dudley Saxton, though, I feel like he could have been off to the races on that one, but it wasn't to be. And you know what? The coach wants us to pass it, but I'm kind of content. I'm kind of content running the ball, letting the 2-minute warning burn, and kicking the field goal because we're already up on the scoreboard. A touchdown would not do it. Or maybe Dudley. Oh, we had the edge there for a minute. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A field goal is going to put us up by 11. And all we have to do is just not allow the Cardinals to pull off a miracle. Kick is up and should be good. Going up by 12, actually, not 11. My math is definitely not on point today. So we go up by 12. So as long as the Cardinals cannot score 2 touchdowns in less than 2 minutes, we will get out of here with the dub. Now, for my own personal sanity, I would like to hold the Cardinals to 22 points because our defense really needs that for a morale boost. And remember, the fewer touchdowns that we allow, the more that our defense's morale can go up. So I guess that's a little side quest that we should be trying to achieve here. Dime package got extra DBs here on the field. We'll see if that does anything or if Murray is just going to be content to do. Oh, it's going to be a draw to Lovelock. Are you kidding me? And it works. It actually works. I can't believe it. Emmanuel Forbes trying to track him down. He does. I cannot believe that draw play worked. That is insane. And the Cardinals not even having to use any timeouts scares me. They're going to go back to Lovelock. Got to watch Murray, please. Someone step up and get him. Forcing a throwaway. This Cardinals are making this drive way more interesting than it really has to be. All right, dime blitz could be the move here. Dime blitz could be the move, or maybe a pick from Kendall Fuller that will seal it. Perfect timing, user pick. Wow, defense showing up clutch in this one. Emmanuel Forbes got a pick. Kendall Fuller got a pick. That one couldn't have... The Cardinals were making that drive way way more interesting than it needed to be. I was not a happy boy on that drive. And Cardinals do have all 3 timeouts, but that's okay. That's fine. All we got to do is pick up 1 first down and this game is over. I am totally fine with punting the ball because no matter what happens, I don't think it would be possible for them to score 2 touchdowns in that short amount of time. We are going to punt it back to Murray and the boys, and the only thing that I guess could upset me is if we allow them to score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, make the scoreboard look a little bit worse. I don't really want to allow 30 points in this game if I can help it, but maybe our defense will get another pick. All right, Sense, what do you got? What do you got? Can you step up and make a play? That's going to be a nice completion by Murray, but he's going to have to hurry to the line here. Not going to be able to call a timeout, and the defense never clocks it, so all we have to do is play prevent. I just don't want to allow a touchdown here, and that is not even going to be close to anything from Murray. Here we go, guys. Hail Mary. Just don't score, please. That's all I'm asking you. I just want this scoreboard to look a little bit better because our defense is so bad. That one might be out of the back of the end zone, and it is. So Sentinels gonna get the victory, 34-22. Defense played really good in this one, and I am happy with the performance and the output that I saw from our boys. Hopefully, this is gonna raise some of that morale, get our team playing good again, back to winning football. We are still very much in the thick of this playoff hunt. And depending on what Philly does this week, maybe we can sneak back into the 7th seed. You never freaking know. So J.J. Ford, perfect quarterback rating. Best game of his career. No interceptions, 4 touchdowns, 346 yards, and 85% completion percentage. That is huge. Kyler Murray had a tough day. Barely went over 200. Did have those 2 picks and also did throw 3 touchdowns. But look at this running back tandem. Zeke might be gone for a little bit, but Jermichael Lovelock, they might have found something out of Penn State there. Most of it came on that last draw play, but still, Brian Robinson did not really have too good of a game, and the rookie Marvin Gills played great as well. But McLaurin back up the top of the pack in terms of our receivers, and Jahan Dotson also played great. Had that opening drive, huge touchdown to kind of set the tone. Picks from Forbes and Fuller. We also got some sacks in there too with James Smith-Williams. What a game. God almighty, did we need that. The 2-game losing streak comes to a skid, and we don't often allow teams to score less than 30 points. So maybe this is a sign of things to come. I'm not 100% sure, but I like how at least it started. Superstar Development Center Will Devlin gets an upgrade. We are going to, we'll go Agile. That should help out in the run game. Not going to get his overall up, but that does get him a little bit closer to a scheme fit. So we just pulled out an amazing victory here. We'll see what the team turmoil, we'll see what the players have to say. We did allow 3 touchdowns from Murray, but we did get the victory. So that's a good win, fellas. Look, I know there's some noise out there and everything isn't perfect, but we're all in it together. Let's keep this ball rolling. That is right, Coach Smallz. Khalil Mack says he's right, guys. We're capable of so much more when we work as one. Block out the noise. Let's ride together and keep this thing moving. So good to see the defense in good spirits. 1,000 XP for all players. So winning has masked the frustration, but we did allow 3 touchdowns, so the morale still remains in question. So we're going to have to keep winning. That is the cure-all for bad morale. You win football games, and people start to become happy. We also got our bye week next week as well, and then we are in the final stretch of this season. So can the Sentinels make a playoff push? We just barely missed it last year. Chance to redeem ourselves and get in there this year. So that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.